What's up, guys? Time to show off. I did a couple new builds, and the sun is very low in the sky, so it's given a kind of like I don't know what kind of vibe in here. It's definitely different than 2-3 months ago. Things are more beige. All right, so let's show off. This is the first of these. I should have another one that'll come out, and then we're actually just designed one right before this video. So we'll have a few more of these pinup style World War I-esque dial builds. So this one is done in a brushed case. We've got the pinup girl inside, silver handset, backside looms drilled out at the numbers, and then backside looms. I did a silver, or actually it's like more of a gunmetal scandi insert. Has your hour indices and your minute going around. So hour on top, minute on the bottom, and obviously the tick marks there. Circle star, engraved crown, clasp, and buckle. Custom Italian strap with painted edges. Bomber girls lasered on, and then rivet style, like your old planes, lasered on. Very, very, very soft. Small coin bezel. Milled caseback. Then did a set of silver hands in there. And that is the build. I think it came out pretty stellar. Bezel will turn left, it'll turn right. This is a tension ring bezel. These are not click style bezels. Automatic mechanical, you've got a rotor in the back that moves with your movement, so it will keep your time. But if you're not going to be very active, or just right before you put it on, you're going to want to wind it just a little bit, because if you're just setting the time and throwing it on your wrist, if you are not running, you probably not have a watch that's working. So you're just going to want to back the crown out just a little bit till you hear it and feel it clicking. It'll be right off that crown tube. You'll hear it clicking. That's when you can wind. And a wind is a turn this way, clockwise as you're looking at it. Winding it towards you doesn't do anything, but it is a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and go back and forth. 4 or 5 seconds of this before you put it on will keep your time throughout the day. And if you do this for a little bit more, you're going to max out your 31-hour plus power reserve on it. You cannot overwind it, so don't worry about that. It has a slipping mainspring, so once it receives the input it needs, it just deflects. When you're happy with your winding, you're going to pull it out to the 1 and only click. And you can now set your time. Does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going. You'll also notice you've got a wobble crown. This deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement. So when you're pushing and prying on it, you're not putting any adverse pressures on anything. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's
4:54 p.m. I remember earlier whenever I was trying to take pictures, I moved the hands off of where they were supposed to go just because it was kind of blocking for good. It was covering up so much of the artwork, and I was like, of course, that always happens. If I set the right time, then go to take pictures on it, I'm like, that's not really what I want. Kind of want, even that 10 and 2 look that most people do. I was like, all right, I need like a 5 and 7, or something to kind of so you can see the artwork. But that is the build. As with every build, you're going to get matching beats. You're going to get one of my new custom torched slider boxes and new Atlas-y style pillow in there. That slides up, and it is much more difficult to look at this and do it through the camera than in real life. This build's going to come with watch cleaner. This is a foam good on all glass and metal, so everything here in the center, non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue. Did I show you that was? Yeah, preview buckle that was lasered. I'm sure I did whenever I went over the crown and caseback. As well as a microfiber. You're also going to get leather conditioner to keep this strap perfectly soft. If you ever feel that it's not, apply it on the front and back. Let it soak in, remove any excess. A little bit will go a long way. And then lastly, some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It's for your acrylic glass. You can scratch it, but if you do, no big deal. Put a tiny bit of this on it and buff it out with your color matching microfiber. If the scratch is up and down, just go left and right, hazing the scratch, fill it, buff it out. Should be gone. If it's not, wait a little bit, let that solidify, and then revisit it. And if you scratch the brushing, you can take the green side of a Scotch-Brite and just do single passes and brush the scratch in, or do rounded and brush the scratch in. So that's it. Same thing with this, just go straight down the green side of the Scotch-Brite. That's the build. If it's going to you, congrats. You got the first official pinup style build. I think this is 12, 18, 19, somewhere in there. And if it goes to you, congrats. Hope you love it. If you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. If you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.